Hey, everybody. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to play the intro. Sorry, I'm typing.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, we have Lone Wolf, Joe C., Cool Gamer, Sharon Mercer. There we go. Everybody, we said hello. Okay, tonight we're doing something screwed up. All right. Um, Hang on. We're using something called a sink mat. Okay, that I've already painted. Okay, I painted it blue and then I added the silver to it because I have a silver frame. Okay, here's the frame. I have some paper feathers that we're going to use, and I have some words that we're going to use. Dream big. Okay, that's what we're doing tonight. And I'm going to take this. Oh, crap. Hang on a minute. Do this. Okay, so I'm going to take this screen. What the hell's it called? Sorry, a sink mat. And I'm going to cut it to fit the frame. I'm going to cut along this row, this row, this row, and this row. Okay, there we go. Hello, Annette Graff. Hello, Paula Work. So that's what I'm going to do right now.
Hello, Chris Gilbert.
Hello, Chris Gilbert. And I'm sorry, guys. I decided to do a live tonight because I am not available tomorrow night. So I was trying to be considerate because I'm going to a football game tomorrow. My son's first home football game of the season, and I'm going. So from now on, if he's playing at home, we may have to do a Friday show. Just saying, everybody.
Hope you're doing well, Annette.
I hope everybody's doing fan-freaking-tastic.
I like your shirt. Something.
It says True North, Strong and Free Canada.
Yeah.
I like it. I bought it for the reunion, which I think was last summer. I hope. I don't fucking know anymore. For Canada Day, because that's the weekend that we were having a reunion.
Wow, that's cool.
And I thoroughly enjoyed myself when I was in Chapel for the reunion.
Did you guys do a weekend or just a night or?
Well, I did a weekend at the reunion, and then I did a week at my girlfriend's house after the reunion.
Nice.
So I was like thoroughly ecstatic about that week. And my girlfriend is a friend that I have been friends with since I was like 2 to 3 years old.
Wow.
She used to live next door to my grandparents. Okay. And because I was a kid and I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house, I met
You were
her and her family.
nice.
Her and I were friends. Fuck. I think her family moved to the other side of the tracks when I was 10, and I was not allowed to go to the other side of the tracks. Because my parents are just dickheads, but that's just my personal opinion. So I kind of just did what I wanted to do, and I lost track of her for 20, 25, 30 years. And then when we went to the last reunion, not this past one, the one before, which was 5 years earlier, when I walked in the reunion, one of the girls that was there, and I knew she knew who I was talking about. I said, "Is Carol Zion here?" And she goes, "Yes." I said, "Can you bring me to Carol Zion?" Okay. And she was with her fiance at the time and whatever, right? And she brought me over to Carol, and I went, "Carol." And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and we just friggin' hugged and laughed and giggled, and we spent the whole freaking evening talking to each other. And I was introduced to her husband and whatever. And it was like we had never lost a minute.
Oh, I love that.
So and I just kind of
Hung out with her for a week.
hung out. Like we met in July that year. Okay. That was the first time we'd seen each other in like probably 35 fucking years. And I got invited right then and there to their wedding in December.
Oh,
Okay. So we came back for the wedding, stayed at her place, did the whole wedding thing, stayed at her place. Me and Eric stayed at her place. Me and Eric and Sam stayed at her place. And we've been doing that ever since.
oh,
So
wow.
10 years we've been being friends again. So
Nice.
it's wonderful. Okay, so I cut the blanket down so that it would fit in the frame. What the hell is it called? Sink mat. Okay. And now I'm going to add some feathers to the sink mat. I can't talk.
Say that 3 times. Ha ha.
I probably can't.
No.
A little bit higher. Hello, Carolina. Hello, Offers Kingdom. Hello, Chris Gilbert. If I didn't say hello already, I'm just checking here. Annette Graff. I'm not sure if I said hello or not.
You did. You're good.
I'm so fucking lost today.
Double's better than nothing.
I am so lost today, folks. Just letting y'all know that I'm kind of fucked up. So I'm going to lay these feathers out in some kind of an arrangement. Do I know what I'm actually doing? No.
I don't know, but those are cool flowers. I've never seen them before.
They're paper feathers that I got at the Dollar Tree.
Not flowers, feathers. I don't know why I said flowers. See, we're both off. Pardon us.
We is fucked up today, just saying, folks.
It's looking a little Indianish. Cool.
Okay, I gotta put you down here because I got words to go up there. Oh crap. Hang on. I got another long feather. And I'm gonna have to stick in here.
Hey Gigi, how you doing?
Hi Gigi. Good to see you. Hang on a second. I gotta grab some glue sticks. And the paint frame was, or the photo frame, whatever the hell it's called, was in my way. Okay. Now, for some reason, I had feathers on the brain when I decided to do this craft, so that's why there's feathers and not butterflies.
I just think they're cool looking.
Yeah, well, I thought I could do something with them. Whether it works out or not, that's another story. Lift up. Thank you. Scooch in there.
Yeah, our cloud of smoke actually went away, and right after it went away, it rained, and now we're clear again.
Cool. We're pretty well now. We're cloudy again, so who knows? But I have some words here. I want to use the word dream big is what I'm going to put on here. Okay, that didn't work out well. Did I take the sticker off? No, I did not.
Oh, you got to pull it apart. Okay. Thank God for the nails, right?
Yeah, but they're fake nails, so they don't work so well.
Well, yeah, if you got the X-Acto knife, you could probably, slice the corner.
I got a nail file.
I always have trouble. Mine's the opposite. I don't keep my nails long at all.
Screw this shit. We're just gonna fucking throw some glue on it.
Ah! She says leave the wax paper on. I guess a lot of people do scrapbooking and use all those kind of things. Greeting card makers.
Oh yeah. That's another one of my hobbies is greeting cards, so.
Oh, nice. That's why you need your file for all of your letters and alphabet stuff. And
Oh, I got a peck too, but today I couldn't find it, so there we go. Okay, so we got dream big. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't.
there's a little reflection on the top of the feathers. That's it.
Hang on a minute. There we go.
Oh, no. Yeah.
There we go. We got dream big. with the feathers.
Okay, so the frame has a color behind it, or does it? Oh, okay. It's gonna go right through. All right.
Okay, hang on a minute, because I have fingerprints and shit all over this frame. So I'm going to use some rubbing alcohol and my little pads here, and a piece of tissue to clean
They
it.
usually the frames come with the usual like white piece of cardboard to put behind it, right?
Yeah, I already took that shit out.
No, but I mean, do you have it?
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't know if I'm going to put the cardboard on here or not. I haven't decided.
Because it would be the color of the wall that it gets put on would be what you would be dealing with.
Okay, so now we have this guy ready to be glued.
Good cutting job. Man, you did that almost perfect. And she glues it.
I'm going to glue it to the edge of the glass. Just because I can.
I don't know. I think because it's plastic and it may be heated, that putting that cardboard might be like a stabilizer to keep it stable. Because I know that lots of times pictures hanging on the wall get the sun beats the heck out of them, you know?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Nah, that's what I like about you.
Oh, I gotta.
She's got a stray feather. I saw it.
I got a
Yeah.
stray feather that I have to move a little bit.
I would say just cut it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I might just do that.
Yeah, do the exacto slice or something. Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
There you go.
Here it's gone.
I meant to tell you about that, but I thought it was part of the design.
Okay.
And that we're just making a wall hanging that says "Dream Big"
Oh, fuck.
out of a sink mat and a picture frame and feathers and letters. Total cost for the craft tonight is about $5. And Dorinda's patience. That comes for free.
Yeah, well, not working too well tonight, but we'll just figure it out.
Well, trust me on the cardboard thing. I think it'll make it pop. I forgot what they call that. Inside the frame. Matting, yeah. Another cool thing about frames is you can go to Walmart and buy a framed piece of art. They usually have them on sale for $5 or $10 or something like that. And you can always use the frame because they're pretty good quality frames. And
that might be at your Walmart. I'll tell you, it ain't at mine.
Oh.
Just saying. And
they usually have silly pictures in there that you don't want, or they're for kids, and you just rip it out and put your own picture in there. That's what I've always done. I even use the matting from it. Because you know how much it costs to actually get something framed to take it to a frame shop? It's insanely expensive. Not that I ever did it, but I just checked out the prices. We know what it would be, and it was like nuts.
I matted my own because I was too cheap to do it their way.
Did you get the cuts perfect?
I got the cuts perfect.
Man, I've always like gone a little too far on one corner or something, and I'm just not good at that.
Yeah, well, this bitch pisses people and things off.
I have a friend who's got a machine, and I told him to keep it for me. It actually cuts out shapes. It's like a die cutting machine, sort of, and it cuts out your stars and your hearts and all that. And I thought it would be really cool. Okay, so it should come with a piece of cardboard, not the freaking... Yeah, don't even worry about the paper. The cardboard's all you need.
Yeah, well, the cardboard is kind of beigey colored, so... I'll put the
Oh, okay.
paper in there.
Yep. And then everything fits together perfect. Cool. And the glue is drying as we speak. Oh, that is so pretty.
There we go, folks.
I am
26
all into
minutes and we're done.
that. Is awesome. I love silver and gold and stuff like that. That's awesome. That's on my top 10 for you. Definitely. And it was an original idea just by seeing somebody use a mat on YouTube for something. Is that how
Yeah.
you? Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
she used. And then she did the rest on her own.
She did, I don't know, a sunflower or some fucking ugly thing. Okay, just saying.
I never would have thought of the feathers, but they just look
Well, I
so
was looking through my flowers and my butterflies, and I'm like, well, you know what? I think the feathers would look really good on this.
and the color that you painted the mat is beautiful too.
Well, I did it in what the hell's this called? Turquoise blue. But then I dry brushed
Oh, okay.
metallic silver over top of it. So
You know what? I'd buy that sucker from you. I
hey,
would.
great to see ya.
I am not joking. If you ever want to sell that, I want it.
Alrighty.
I'll buy it and pay the postage because that is beautiful and it would fit with my. I always live around Indians and I'm next to an Indian lake, so
Yep.
just
But yeah,
pretty.
that was what I came up with for tonight, folks.
Silver
Because
and gold.
I cannot do a live tomorrow because I'm going to my son's football game.
And she's a loud cheerer, from what I heard.
I'm definitely a loud cheerer at the football games, and I love it, and I'm going. Hello, Don Vanks.
Oh, Don just slipped in there.
I dropped the link for anybody that wants to come up. Anyone is welcome to come up. Yeah, we're kind of, well, now we're clearing again, so who knows what the weather looks like here. But I'm going this way.
If it gets out of the way, then you will be all clear for tomorrow's game.
Well, it's supposed to rain tonight and part of tomorrow, but it's supposed to
like blow right through. That's what we were supposed to rain from 1 to 7. We rained from 1 o'clock to 1:30.
But it's supposed to rain until like 5 o'clock or something tomorrow, and then it's supposed to stop. So hopefully it stops, because I really don't like sitting in a football game when I'm being rained on. I'm not real happy.
Josie, you need to try coming up again because Carolina was actually being booted and then she got to stay in. So the internet's being better if you want to come up.
Sure. Oh, okay. I'm looking through chat. They're not here yet. Okay. If Q City Lady, Ken Stout, or Potea show up tonight, please wish them a happy birthday, because guess who's an asshole and forgot to wish them happy birthday on Wednesday, because Wednesday was their birthdays.
Uh-oh.
So I'm trying to make up for that.
Aww. I would drop some links if I could, but I don't know how on this computer. I can't even type in chat on the computer. I don't know why. Unless I have to open a YouTube to type in the chat while I'm...
Josie, you're not kissing anybody's ass. Just try to come back up. It wouldn't let you up the last time you came. You were all black.
Yeah.
I tried to let you in. I let you in, but you were all black. Oh my goodness, Don Banks. Happy anniversary. 53 freaking years.
Oh my
God. Awesome.
50,
Awesome. That is
53 years.
amazing.
That's a lifetime. Wow.
That is awesome, Dawn. Congratulations.
Woohoo. That's a long time.
Woohoo.
That means she's going to have like great, not great grandkids, but great, at least grandkids.
Yeah, or great grandkids.
No, she could have two greats, but she's not that old. Or one great. Yeah.
Annette, that's awesome. It would have been her 50th today.
Oh my God. If I went by.
This year in June, what the hell's the date today? The 9th. In 10 days, it will be my 33rd.
3 greats. See, she does have great grandchildren. She got 3 of them.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think. If I got married in 86, okay, what would the anniversary be in 2023? That would be like, oh my God, 40. Oh, that would be like 40 years, but didn't happen. Ended in 96, actually. That's okay. I got 23 years in with Jim. That counts for something.
I don't know where Kiss Up is tonight. She might be doing other things. This is like a spur of the moment.
It's an off night for Dorinda to. Yeah.
And I was like feeling guilty. I'll put it that way. I was feeling guilty because I would not be able to do a show tomorrow night because I'm going to be at the football game. So I did one tonight.
And you know what? If you ever, I don't know how you are with your family stuff on Sundays, but if you ever, instead of doing the Saturday, because you got the games, if you ever wanted to do a Sunday is very slow on YouTube and very sparse. I think
I could have done that too, but yesterday I thought about it and I'm like, I'm doing it Friday.
No, I mean, just for the future, if you end up having a good number of games and games that are close that you want to go to, I think that Sunday evening would be a fantastic time for people to do crafts because a lot of people are home. A lot of people are getting ready for work the next morning. Yeah. And yeah.
Sorry, I haven't heard from John either, Josie. I don't know. I don't know, Josie. That's all I can say.
And that's got 4 great nephews and a great niece. Wow. Awesome.
So if anybody sees QCD Lady, Ken Stout, or Potea in any chats, please wish them happy birthday from me.
The fact that you have a list is so cute. I think that's awesome.
Well, I mean, Wednesday night, my ashtray was covering my calendar, so I didn't see it. I didn't see it until the next morning. The next morning, I went to my channel. I went to my comments. I wished them all happy birthday and said, I'm sorry I missed your birthday last night. It's just called covering my butt.
No, it's just very thoughtful. I did so many people, and I'm one of them. I am guilty for forgetting birthdays. If I get you within the month, like my best friend, if I get her within the month, she knows that I remembered her. But I'm just not a card writer, a letter writer, or a birthday book, and I haven't been since I was married. Now, if I would have stayed married, I probably would have that information. But I don't know. Over the years, I kind of just lost it. And I feel horrible for it, but I'm not a real good list keeper and note taker like I used to be.
No, like I said, if I hear it's somebody's birthday, I'll write it down.
And anniversaries. And you do those too.
I try to do anniversaries too, but I'm going to do that now.
Joe, get your buns up here, okay? What do we got to do? You just can't have any guys up here with you tonight, okay? You can't have Creek. You can't have John John. You're stuck with the girls. And that ain't a bad place to be.
Oh, crap. I am really, really, really sorry. But I need to go to the bathroom.
That's okay.
I'll be back in a minute. Keep hold of everything.
I will.
I went earlier, but I now have to go again. I'm doing the pee dance. So.
I told Dorinda she should showcase all these crafts now because she's got about, besides her gnomes, she has all her crafts. So she's probably got at least 60 to 70 projects. And I was just thinking how cool it would be to actually like raffle them off or just do a showcase of everything she's done. And that would be a fun stream too. But I want that craft tonight. That craft tonight is all me. I like silver and gold and metallics, really. Everything I do is, even clay, I'll put sparkles on it. Hope everybody's getting ready for Father's Day, I believe is Sunday. In case anybody forgot. Yeah, Carolina's getting to eat all the same kind of fish. He caught enough for dinner, and they were all the same type of fish. That girl should have her own cooking show, and we're trying to get her to do one. Spiced rice. Now, what would make it spiced rice? Like a Spanish rice or... I like jasmine rice. I love Spanish rice too. So what was your meal for the day, Dorinda?
We had nachos tonight.
Ooh. Do you know what I did? And I don't know if you've ever done this, but I take the tortillas, you know, the flour tortillas, cut them up and fry them in oil. And I call them chalupa chips because they're a little puffier than the regular chips, but they are fantastic when they're freshly fried.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't do that. We did chips.
I know you can buy them, but it just is really nice to have them nice and salted right out of the oven. And I even put ranch powder on there, and oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Hey,
hello,
Carolina.
Joe. Hello, country. Glad to see you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello? Baby. Oh, cool.
Yep. We can hear you, Joe.
Yeah, Carolina, what is spiced rice? Oh, it's a secret. She has secret spices in her rice.
Yeah.
She's like Colonel Sanders. A room with feathers scattered on the walls. I used to have matching curtains, but I put up blinds instead. Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, drop the link again for anybody in chat that wants to come up.
Now we know Carolina's got secret recipes. Mm-hmm.
Of course she does. Of course she does. So, Joe, how did the, I watched part of the video, I'll put it that way, but I let it play through of your, what the hell did you call it? Anchor.
The laying blacktop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out great. I put the video on.
Yeah, well, I watched part of it. Like I said, I watched part of it, and then I went and checked out a crafting video, and I missed the end of your video, but I had let it play.
Yeah, it looks good. Came out great.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for watching. I tried getting in a few times earlier today, but it wouldn't let me in.
No, it wouldn't. It was being a dickhead. So,
Yeah, right. I
Yep.
seen there was people, but it was
Yep.
bouncing everyone in and out.
Yep.
It was bouncing everybody in and out.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah, I figured it's got to be the thick smoke or something in the air or something. I don't know, maybe not, but
Now, Gigi, if you're still here, I work
hello.
Saturday and Sunday also. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know if you're still here or not, Gigi. Ow, 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 ow. Got an itchy shoulder.
I'm back. I had to dip out for a minute.
No problem. Do
I
what you
like it.
Carolina,
sweetie.
Carolina cooked some good fish tonight. Oh, she's not here anymore.
By the sounds of it, yes, she did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm probably sure she made them nice and battered and fried and all that good stuff. You know how the Southern girls are.
Yeah.
I
So
bet.
I'm not sure if I think hubby was no. She did. I don't know. I think
He,
maybe she prepped it. He cooked it. I don't know. Maybe
I would think he chopped it all up for her. I would,
on that. Who knows?
yeah. I think he hacked the fish up.
Right. Yeah, I bet it was real good.
I think he ended up cooking it on the grill or something. I'm not positive, but her meal looked really damn good when she showed it. Just saying.
Yeah, I bet.
Because she did rice, spinach, and a salad, I think.
That sounds good. The rice alone and the fish.
She
Fresh
doesn't,
fish.
yeah, she does not mess around at all. Every night is like a gourmet restaurant.
Yeah. Even if she's doing chicken nuggets, because she's making the chicken nuggets from scratch. I buy
Well,
chicken nuggets. Okay, sorry, I buy chicken nuggets.
Ain't no shortcuts with that girl.
No,
a lot of hard work. Do they have rice-a-roni there out there?
I have no idea, but I really don't think that country is going to make rice-a-roni. Just saying.
Well, I'm
Just
saying she
freaking saying.
something.
She'll make her own version of rice-a-roni, but she won't buy the box shit and might make the rice-a-roni. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. She might surprise me.
Wait a minute. Okay, if you were to make the rice-a-roni, say you came up with your own seasonings, I get that part, and you got the regular rice. The little tiny things that get the two other ingredients in the minute rice. One looks like a wider rice, and the other one gets can get crunchy, not crunchy, but it's harder to cook like a noodle.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get those three things separately? I wouldn't know.
I would say the bulk store in my place, but I don't know. I don't know.
We have those, but I was just thinking there's something about rice-a-roni because the correct way to make it is to take butter in the pan and actually brown whatever that other stuff is besides the rice. Then
Annette Graff says it's wild rice and vermicelli.
vermicelli, yes, that's what it's, vermicelli. And
That's like a pasta. I don't know.
but when you fry it in butter and then you brown it a little bit and then you pour in the water, before you put your seasoning in, it just goes whoosh, and all of that flavor goes into the water. And I've always loved rice-a-roni.
Yep. I like chicken
That's
fried
one of
rice
my
too.
favorites.
Just saying.
Jim thought that Joe was asking if they had rice-a-roni in Canada. And I'm just sitting there, and he goes, it's worldwide. And I go, yeah, I know. I said he wasn't asking about Canada. But I got asked if there were cows in New York. I got asked if there was clouds in New York. I got asked a lot of questions when I was in high school about people that thought that New York was just one big city.
Yeah.
Oh, my house showed today. Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, she sent me back a text and she said it showed today. And I was like, oh, come on, man. So we're talking like 4 showings so far, and it's less than a month. Hope that July thing comes through. Oh, man. I got a feeling, personally, within 2 months. Like by August, I'll have a closing date. Like guaranteed, like in August, I'll be doing whatever I need to do to close.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of thought.
And it's just as you say, my personal opinion, my personal feeling. And why isn't your little sparkly light on tonight?
Oh, because I forgot to plug it in.
Ah.
Hello, Kim's Creation.
Oh, hey, Kim's. Good to see you.
Hang on, I gotta find the freaking plug. Oh, crap.
Oh, ate up by mosquitoes. What did I just see? There's some kid, it's like a college kid that just came up with some revolutionary, better than the zapper lights for mosquitoes, and it gets rid of them within, I forgot how far of an area, but it's basically like covers your whole yard. And I love these kids that come up with inventions in college. I think it's so awesome. Once in a while, I get sucked into one of those things on YouTube. I try to go past them, but sometimes, we get sucked in. We have to watch, especially when it's about a kid inventing something.
Yeah.
I think everybody could be an entrepreneur if they just knew their talents, because we're so busy working and making the money and working at Walmart and stuff. You've taken your talents over the last few years and you decided to do something with them. A lot of people have decided to take up instruments again. A lot of parents are homeschooling. I think it's all, like everybody has something that they love to make or do or create, or a job they like, or a service. And if they could turn their passion into a business, which is what I did with the dog biscuits, it's the most rewarding thing you can ever want.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're headed into a venture like that too, because you love people.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, to say you do love people, because nobody could work at Walmart that didn't like people.
I do like people.
But you're choosy who you hang around with.
But I ain't gonna put up with people's bullshit either.
Right.
Saying. I never have, and I never fucking will. Like some guy calls me a bitch at work. Okay.
Oh, really?
I look at him and I go, "Thank you for the compliment," and it
like
fucks him right up.
A customer?
What the fuck to say? Yeah.
Oh my God!
No idea what the fuck to say. And one day the customer was just going ape shit and calling me a bitch and calling me this and calling me that. And the manager was actually standing in the thing, and she's like, I'm like, well, stop. I looked at him and I said, sir. And he goes, what? I looked at him and I said, thank you for the compliment. And he's like, what? I said, you called me the B word. And he goes, yeah, I did. I said, I'm thanking you for the compliment. My manager damn near fell on the fucking floor.
Because he said it under his breath. He didn't expect you to hear it.
He said it out loud.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And the manager went to step in, and I'm like, back off.
I got this.
And I looked at him and I said, sir. And he went, I said, sir. He goes, what? I said, I just wanted to say thank you for the compliment. And it blew him away. He didn't know what the fuck to say.
That's how you need to leave him, as speechless.
And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, you called me the B word. And he goes, yeah, I did. I said, yeah, and I'm thanking you for the compliment. And he looked at me and he went, oh my God.
I hope he quietly got his bags and left.
And he quietly finished his order. And the manager came up to me and she goes, I can't believe you handled it that way. She said, I was about ready to rip his fucking head off.
Right.
I said, well, so was I, but I kind of
That's
like the
the
B word.
yeah.
And
That's the.
and she looked at me and she goes, are you kidding me? I said, hey, I wear the B word proudly.
It's a badge of honor.
I said, and mine is with a capital B. And she looked at me and she went, oh, fuck.
You cracked me up.
I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to take your shit.
I don't know. I think retail is pretty bad. Okay, because I've worked retail, but the food service industry, I believe, is worse because you got so many people who are so picky and so they think that, you know, if you let their glass be empty for a minute and a half, that you're crappy. They find reasons like why you're a crappy waitress.
Hello, Hawk.
Oh my gosh, Hawk.
Yes, B is for brave, but B is also for bitch, and I do wear that title proudly. I will say it. I'm proud of that title.
It used to say it on the back of your sign there next to your light.
Yeah, well, it fell off, and I can't figure out how to put it back on.
Oh,
it's still here. Okay?
Beautiful,
beautiful, intelligent, talent, charming, and huggable.
Nice.
Okay, but that's not exactly my meaning for the word bitch, but that's okay. That's my license plate from Alberta.
You could just you could clip it on there to your black, next to your light, right to your black curtain. You could clip it on there and it would look good. It would be right on the other side of you.
Oh crap, hang on. Let's see if I can figure this out.
Just pick a couple of folds and clip it on.
Oh, let's fuck that up.
Now the crafting stage is complete. Yeah, shot collars would be a good idea. I think so anyway.
There are some people that need them.
Yes.
Just saying.
No permanent damage done, just a little jolt.
Yeah. Oh, gotta move the camera a little bit. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. No. There we go.
Hawk, come on up. Come on up, Hawk, if you got some time.
I'm gonna drop the link.
It's been a while. You need to make an appearance.
Yeah, I don't know.
You should see all the marigold seeds I got. Just from the dying flowers on the plants I bought.
Oh, wow.
Bunches of them. That's my mom had marigolds always. She'd say, keeps the bugs away. So I got her two ceramic. There you go. Perfect.
Mm-mm.
And if anybody asks questions, oh, that says Bitcoin. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's complete now.
Hello, Hawk. How are you doing
Hawk.
tonight?
How you ladies doing?
Just wonderful.
I see you're starting trouble. That's good.
We continue trouble. We don't have to start it.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay, I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
How many pups in the house? Gotta ask.
Right now, 8 and 9, 17.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I thought it would go down. Nope.
No, we just had a litter like 5 days ago, 6 days ago.
Oh my God.
I missed that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't stream that one, did you?
No, I haven't been streaming any of them. I've got too many other things going on to focus on that. You know, it's yeah, just way too much stuff to do, and it's getting all wrapped up in everybody else's stuff. Just kind of non-conducive at this time. You know, I got too many things going on to be worried about. You know, putting videos of the pups up right now. So,
Yep.
Well, you've always been and will continue to be in my prayers just because of all that you've done for others, you know, and what you deserve.
I just do what I can to, you know, community wise, what I can to help, and that's all. That's what matters. You know, it's you know, people are going through a tough time right now. They're trying to figure out what, you know, why the world is falling apart and everything, why it's upside down, and all we can do is just try and direct them onto the right path, and hope that they get it, and they get it quick. But in most cases, you know, we got so many people who are intentionally going back to sleep.
Well, it's like we're going back to 3 years ago and all the information is coming out a second time. And to me, the only people that we can get to now are personal people, like the ones you meet on the street, the ones you know, your barber or whoever. I think it's gotten to that point where we have to take it personal into our own communities.
Yep. Yeah, and it is kind of nuts too, because you know, there is so much, you know, coming out and being revealed right now that but we got so many people who are they're so wrapped up in the narrative that's being played for them, instead of discovering what the true narrative is, and then doing something about it, you know.
Yeah.
And if you pick the right channels to watch, you can get the good stuff happening.
Yeah. It's that you can, no doubt about that. You know, it's just that some people prefer to keep their head buried in the sand.
Well, Birds is back on YouTube. I followed him and did the whole Federalist Papers. I think it was like 30 streams he did, and then he got wiped off YouTube, and so he just came back on, and he's having a Patriot event right now. And I saw one of the what do you call it, special ops forces, or the Army special ops, and he did a little speech that left me in tears, and it brought me back to what I needed to remember, and that is what has been done so that I can be sitting right here.
Yeah. Well, you know, the biggest thing is not letting the world overrun real thought.
Yep.
Real discernment, you know.
Common sense.
Yeah. Well, common sense went out the fucking window about 10 years ago, you know.
Well, I still have common sense.
I find it funny. I sit back and I watch guys like Nino and everybody saying, "Oh, I predicted this 2 years ago." Man, you are so fucking far behind the bag. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I lost channels for shit that you get to talk about now. You know,
Yep.
It makes me wonder exactly why he's able to talk about it, but we can't. You know.
I think it's because he brought his own sponsors and he's not depending on YouTube. I think that's a better way to go, but at least he's getting some people, he's waking some people up.
Well, no, it's hey, you know, kudos to you. You know, I mean, when he first started doing shows, I was playing his shows, you know. I was playing his Nino's Corner.tv and bringing his podcast over here, but it's you know, at that same time I look at it and I just say, you're
getting pummeled. You're getting pummeled.
Yeah, well, it's like you know, it boils down to, you know, hey, you know, why is everybody else wrong for for what we said before.
Yeah.
And you guys who've only been out for the last couple of years, why are we wrong for being right back then? And why are you claiming the notoriety of those of us who were talking about this stuff years before you even thought about doing a podcast?
Yep.
You're discounting us when we were the ones who were supporting you and backing you up when you got your channel started. I sent the guy probably 5,000 viewers.
Wow, really?
If not more. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you got to remember the original Hawks mustard seeds. We had 9,000. We had 9,000 viewers.
yeah, I
And-
remember. Oh,
and we and whenever I played him, I would tell people, hey, here's a link to his show, go and subscribe, and then he got the Nino's Corner.tv, and I sent as many people to that as well. A lot of people just don't have the money to pay for that and everything. It was
I
crap.
went to there.
It was-
I went to there because of you for a while.
Yeah, but I don't need the angry guy. Like, I got enough anger in my life. I don't need somebody else's anger.
well, you still keep up with And We Know and X22 and all that on your own, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll never stop. I'll never stop following LT.
And I heard that Dutch Sense and I guess Monkey Works are ones to watch at this time. Not sure why, but that they are.
And X22.
And We Know. Oh no, X22. Yeah.
X22. Yep.
Yeah, this is the thing though. A lot of people get upset about X22 because of the fact that he does repeat a lot of stuff. Okay, but there's a reason that he's repeating it that people overlook.
New audience could be there.
Exactly. Well, that's one of the major portions of it is the fact that there is a new audience, viewing. But the other thing is that, we constantly need to be reminded of why we got involved with all this to begin with. It's all too often, everybody's kind of, I can't believe you're going back to this one. You're going back to this one. You're going back to this one. Well, hey, the reason that I'm going back to this one is because of the fact that we constantly need to be reminded of where we came from, and if we're not willing to step outside of the box, that's a box that somebody else built for us. That's not a box that we built for ourselves. And I'm not getting back into box. It's not going to happen. That's what I said. So many people are trying to go back to sleep because they're just so tired of this. And in many ways, you can't blame them. You really can't. But it comes to that point where it's the boiling point of seeing is believing.
Yeah. Hello, Awakened.
Hey,
Thanks for coming.
Awakened. It's been a long time.
And now everything is being revealed at a speed that a lot of people, they're getting confused. They're getting confused because there's so much of it, all at one time. They don't understand, how can there be so much of this at one time? Well, the reason that there can be so much of this is because they've had this period of time of putting people into a lull.
And now the mainstream is now coming out with stuff, so that's really shocking people. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still in the they're still in that there's absolutely no way that this person could be right kind of mode, and they're missing the point. They're missing the point. It's like when you go out fishing and you cast your line in the water. Sometimes you got to reel it in a few times, before you get your first bite.
Right.
And it's feeling things out. And if we don't continue pushing our role in this awakening, we're going to lose more than we ever gained.
Well, we're at a point where people actually are confused enough or broken down enough to start asking questions to people like us. And that's a beautiful thing.
So I just got done reading an article about cannibalism, right? So I'm reading Carolina Country's Homesteading 101. I'm reading the comment, and instead of connotation, I put in cannibalism.
Well, that's because of the spell check thing.
It's like the repetitive cannibalism is for a specific reason. And I'm like, wait a minute. I totally put that into.
Oh my God.
Because I just got done reading an article about it. So, your
Oh,
brain,
yeah.
Your brain kind of floats back to that. That's just too funny. That is. It's just way too funny.
We still got enough brains to help to get these young people in line and the people that we talk to in line. We still got enough left.
Yeah. SGT's been running a lot of really good stuff lately.
That one I have not watched in a long time. Where is he at?
I get him on BitChute. When I get on Rumble and I start and I start playing the videos from Rumble, I actually I notice my internet speed decrease so fast. To go from having 25 megabyte download to like 6.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's outrageous, totally outrageous.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
I spend a lot of time spinning on Rumble myself. I mean,
Oh yeah, yep. It's it's like, oh, what can I do about this? What can I do about this? Well, there's not really too much you can do.
okay, you got somebody take care of their Dorinda in chat.
I'm working on it.
All right.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful how people try to make themselves significant?
Already done.
It's attention. Please give me some attention.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, fuck you.
Bad or good, it doesn't matter. Just give me some attention.
Yeah, that happens.
So, what's your opinion about the 36 counts or whatever? What do you think? What do you?
Hey, I think
Have a great night.
what they're doing is they're hanging themselves out to dry. It's everything that he's done so far has been in regards to setting precedents. Whether people realize it or not, that's basically what's happening. There's a precedent being set here that will last for generations, and it's there's going to be some big losing real soon. It's simple to say that Joe Biden is a traitor.
Okay. Keyshawn, I don't know who the fuck you are. You ain't coming up.
Still doing the 4 at a time, so it's probably a bot.
Yeah, well, somebody came up to come up on chat, and I don't know who the fuck he is, so he ain't coming up.
Well, anyway, doesn't it set a precedence for other people to be indicted also?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
So in order to get in order to get Biden the way that we need to, that's where.
Okay, Hawk. I have another stupid question for you.
Yeah, go ahead. I like stupid questions.
I know you do. That's why I'm asking you. Since they're indicting him for bullshit, okay, so that they can bring up charges on everyone else.
It's and well, this is the thing is, okay, so let's look at Pence. Okay, Pence had documents. Okay, and Biden had documents, and then and Schiff. Okay, so if we look at the connection between Schiff and Biden, my question would be because Joe Biden wasn't on the Intelligence Committee, but there are documents in his batch that were part of the Intelligence Committee. Why did Adam Schiff give them to him?
Yep.
Q
City Lady, happy belated birthday. I am so sorry I did not wish you happy birthday on Wednesday. I had my ashtray covering my calendar. That's all I can say. All right. Oh, you little prick. You're back again. I thought I hid you, you little prick.
This is one that the more we do it, the more they come on. Get a timeout for definitely timeout. Multiple people time them out. And if you can't zap them on yours, then it's
I fucking hit him.
It's a bot. Yep, see? It's a bot.
I hide him.
Well, should be able to remove them.
Remove.
You gotta ban him, actually, too.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Remove again. Oh, you back. Remove. Oh, fuck. I might have hit somebody else.
It's like, keep it up because you are not ending this chat no matter what you do. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people get freaked and then their streams, it's not even worth it. Let them have his fun.
Yeah, fuck you, you little shit.
You just need we need 10 people to time them out.
Well, somebody reported him, so that's good. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Get rid of this shit.
Yeah. Children. It's
And Q City, I did put on my channel on Thursday morning when I saw that I forgot to wish you happy birthday. I did wish you happy birthday on Wednesday's show, but I don't know if you've seen that. Whatever. We'll just kind of go with what we can. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. Okay, Keyshawn, I told you, I don't know who the fuck you are. You ain't coming up. Goodbye. Kick from studio. Kick from studio. I've never seen that name, and it ain't coming up here. Yeah, I missed you, Protea, and Ken Stout on Wednesday, so I did wish you all happy birthday. Oh, you little prick. You're back again. Man.
We got him.
Okay, I did something, and now you might have to authenticate yourself.
Hey man, on Ron's channel, we went, I don't know if Hawk remembers this, we went for 3.5 hours with these, but there was 100 of them, and we won.
I pretty much got to the point where I just ignored them. You can fill up the text chat all you want, as long as you it's not going to stop the conversation. And the more you focus on them, the more.
This little punk is now giving me the finger.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a little
fuck
pussy
you,
for
you
you.
little shit. Ban.
Hey, Gunner, how you doing, buddy?
Fuck you. It's probably Mr. Burgles. Just saying.
Yeah, burgles my ass.
Fuck
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hey, did you know that there's a little heart things? Like, I'm going to send a heart right now. Okay, it pops up as. Oh, they come up on the screen. I wanted to see where the heart went. It comes up on your panel screen. It comes up as a heart.
Okay.
And you could put 100. There it goes. See them? Now, look, you could put a smiling face. There's one. Yep. You could surprise face. Another little gadget that YouTube came up with. Yep, now they're coming like crazy.
Yeah, it's the same fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the white one?
No, that is
I can't remember the white one's name, but
that's Gunner.
Gunner.
It's
Okay.
Gabriel. Yeah, Gabriel is the white one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Gabriel. Gunner. He's him and Samson are having a hoo-ha today.
All right. Drain the Swamp 2024. Hello, Flips It Chips. Whatever the hell it's. I remember you. Yep. Thank you for coming. I'll just say that. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. Oh,
Did you see what I put in the private chat?
I'm working on it. Make it subscribers for 24 hours. How do I do that?
You go into go to your YouTube and go to where your broadcast is, and make it subscribers only.
How do I do that?
Okay, you're gonna make me have to figure this out on the fly here. Yeah, so go to your channel, open up a separate window, go to your channel, and then go to manage videos.
Okay, hang on a minute. YouTube, my channel. Sorry.
Yeah.
Manage videos.
Yeah, okay, and once you're there, if you go to where your broadcast is right now on the screen there, you'll see where you can edit. In, I believe it's details.
Hang on a minute. And details.
Is it details or hang on? I gotta look.
No, not the right one.
Oh no, it could be in comments. No, it's not in comments. I know there's a way to do it. It's been a while.
Hang on, I'm looking.
It's been a while since I've done it, but yeah, that's the way to do it. You know, because and if you do it each time, you know, you just take and up it to 48, and then up it to 72 or whatever. Then they can't. They can't do anything. Let me go back. Look at this again. See.
That person. Okay. Person may be okay. We shall see.
Control room. Yeah, no, I'm fucking lost.
I'll never forget Aldi. It's cool. You can put one comment and then it takes all four out. So it's the same profile, just hitting you 4 times.
Yeah. You can actually click on their name and go to their profile and then block them. And then they
Yeah, if Dorinda could do that on live, that would be cool.
Well, I think I did it, but I'm not sure if it worked. I don't know.
He's got multiple accounts set up to do this. He's basically a bot, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and just ignore him. You know, let your
Hello, TJ
mods
Cat.
take care of it. You know, your mods will be looking out for you. They'll
Oh yeah, they're doing a great job. Oh, Keyshawn is back.
Hello, Emily. Hey, TJ Cats.
Hello, Carolina. Sorry it took so long. I was busy trying to do shit in the background.
Hey, honey bun.
I apologize.
No, you're fine. I was trying to take care of it too, but
Yeah, I know you're doing
that's
a
one
great
of those
job.
paid trolls, hun.
Yeah, and this Keyshawn,
That's a paid
whatever
troll.
the fuck his name is, he can go piss up a rope.
Yeah.
You've gotten popular. That's another badge of honor you can wear. Besides the BITCH, you can say, yeah, man, people.
How come I've banned this little prick 6 fucking times and he's come back each fucking time? Kick him. Kick ass. Fuck you.
It's a paid. It's paid. It's a paid situation,
Yeah, 'cause
Dorinda.
you know what? If I let this little Keyshawn up there, I'm gonna blow my fucking.
I don't think you really.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a good night to do that. No.
No.
You might get thrown in jail. The Canadian, the Mounties will come get you. No.
This little prick is giving me the finger, and you know what? Now he's gonna get my wrath.
Oh no!
Listen here, Keyshawn.
Yeah, I'm on your
Fuck
little
off.
Yeah.
Get
the
the
ugly
fuck
ass
out.
Yeah. Ignorant.
Can't even
He's
speak.
probably mad because of the fact that he started a podcast and nobody come and watch it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm mad because
They do. They get really mad at that. You know, I'm serious. You know, there are a lot of podcasts that
he could be mad because someone in chat, I don't know exactly. I think it was the one that was the troll thing, said that I won't let the black guy up. Okay. I do not have a problem with black people. Okay. But you're going to be a dick.
People like you make us.
Okay, we're going to bring him back and see what he says. All right.
Yo, ugly as hell, bitch.
yeah.
You need to be in a
Pardon me,
retirement
I
home.
can't
I don't know what the
fucking
fuck you
hear
doing
you.
streaming. How the fuck you even know about YouTube?
I don't know. You got little
know what?
dicks.
Fuck you.
Motherfucker, I
Take
got
that
that
dick
big
out of your
dick.
mouth.
I get all the
You should
bitches
take
stop playing.
Yeah, you
Big
should
boy.
take that dick out of your mouth when you're talking, so that
Yeah,
people can
big
understand what you're saying. You know,
Really?
it's I thought there were some women that were bad on YouTube, and you just proved that boys, because that's what you are, is a boy.
Yeah.
you know,
Behind a computer screen with little tiny balls.
yeah.
Who thinks he's got big balls? Okay, he came up with the wrong. Honest to God, he came up in the wrong fucking channel because
Yeah. It's
I never.
We
took
don't
shit
get
from
tired.
anything. I'm
We
gonna
may
start now.
we may be old, but we can stay up, we can stay up for 3-4 days without drugs.
I never took shit in my whole life. I ain't gonna start fucking taking it now from a little punk.
Yep. I don't even know how you know about YouTube. Well, I do crafting on YouTube.
might do crack on YouTube, but
Fuck.
I don't think he's doing crafts.
What a fucking. Ah.
We got you, girl. Keep on talking. Hawk was in the middle of saying something. Let's carry on. Carolina, how was that fish? Was that
I'm
good
old.
fish?
I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about
It was good.
X-22 and SGT report.
Oh yeah,
The good-
it's right now is really the time that that people need to expand their minds in their modes of thinking. Because what you've heard in the last 5 years is all of it is becoming prevalent now, more and more. And you think about all this crap going on with Biden and all. We need to be, how would you put it? We need to be recognizing the fact that that too many that are spread out through the community have just been set back so far. It's like taking and going in reverse mode instead of going forward. Just because they're seeing too much, and we don't see anything being done. But the thing is that doing anything about a lot of the things that we've talked about for the last couple of years wouldn't have done any good, because it's all bad people who are pretty much putting
running the show.
Yeah, it's they're put in charge of the judicial system. They're in charge of the political system.
But the good news is a civil suit is being served against Biden for the death of a guy's son, and the civil way is going to be the way that we have to go. And yeah, that's the only way we can go.
Well, people look at it and they, there's a preference of violence. And that's honestly not where we need to be. It's really not. And until people recognize that there's a motive out there to push people, basically over the edge, and that's basically what it's boiling down to, is
but people that had no fear, Hawk, like a year ago, now have fear. And I hate to watch it.
Yeah. It's,
I mean, we've got an archive of your streams, Ron's streams, everybody's streams, that we went through all of this, and then it got wiped out, and now it's coming back. And I'm worn out.
it's easy to get to that point.
Worn out telling people, worn out explaining, worn out catching people up, because people need to be caught way up.
Yeah. And then it's another point of why in the hell should I help you? There's a lot of people who are getting to that point. Why in the hell should I help you get caught up if you're not willing? Because it's like there's a lot of people who are out there that are like, give me the information, give me the information, give me the information, give me the information. They don't want to look for anything themselves.
On a platter. We're not meant to serve you on a platter. You're meant to make your own discerning, decisions and do some research.
Yeah, but it's for some people, it's easier for them to extend themselves beyond the point by, putting it off on somebody else.
Well,
That's just lazy.
they'll have to take the trash plate that MSM gives them then, because that's all they're going to get.
Yep. It's like when back in especially the first couple of years that I was doing podcasts, it was like, I went through all the material that I played, and I verified everything before I played it. And to look at it now, it's like, wow.
How did you do that? That is like, and then with the prayer streams doing 48 hours, I was like, I don't even know how this guy's walking right now.
72 to 96 hours of research at a time.
Shit.
Yeah, that's basically what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
And but I wouldn't have traded that for the world.
Nope.
I love doing it. Because I saw people waking up and looking for things themselves and understanding that there's a lot more going on than what they ever believed, and you just kind of and it's you're giving them the nod, like, yeah, you're doing great, you're looking this stuff up yourself. I'll give you a prime example of somebody that personally I look at when he first started streaming, and can run a good solid comparison of his first streams until today, and that's Slow Country. When I first met him, he knew how to find things, but it was a position where it was easier for him just to listen and then take and go from there and look. Now you see him out there fishing for stuff long before he even comes close to making a podcast about it.
Do you remember Fuzz Fork?
Yes.
Have you watched the little the shorts and stuff that he's doing lately?
No, I haven't seen any of the new ones.
I just love that man. He's good.
But there's a bunch of people out there that are giving a lot of useful information. Okay. When D-Dog's talking about, anything to do with the Bill of Rights and the Constitution and the laws, people need to listen. There are a couple of people who go side by side with him that are at that same level. And then you've got, again, guys like, Slow Country who, they might have been a little bit behind in the game at the beginning, but have made grandeur steps forward to better how they were making their podcasts and everything, it's like, so you watched them grow. Then you got guys like Nino, who it's the notoriety is what made him,
right?
Because of the fact that he had been a heavyweight champion.
But he cleaned up his act and everything like that too,
Well, yeah, he's not half as bad on the language as he was when he started. I mean, I still drop a few F-bombs.
Rebellion may lose some people, but honestly, it kind of probably motivates some too to the passion part.
Okay,
Well,
you know what? I've dropped F-bombs on my channel.
I believe me, I know. It's the idea that you get one good opportunity to make a serious change for the community, and whether it's a positive or a negative is generally up to each and every podcaster,
But they die out and come back in a different way. Sometimes they grow by stepping away and then coming back a second time.
because they realize, they realize they begin to see where they were making mistakes in regards to the conversations, in regards to, pretty much this and that, it was so easy to get, it's so easy to get wrapped up in, the degradation of the world that we lose sight of what we even started doing it for to begin with. That's why I take people back to, Joe M's, oh, dang. Oh, Joe M is the one who did the Plan to Save the World.
Okay.
Hang on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Q, the Plan to Save the World was what it was. And the thing is that a lot of people didn't even want to come close to even attempting to understand what that video was all about. But that was really the beginning of the awakening for a lot of people, because of the fact that it talked about so many volatile issues during that period of time.
What year was that, Hawk?
I think it was 2017.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find the original video.
I totally missed out on that one because I really wasn't in it till probably 2020.
Yeah. I try to avoid when I go to look for the videos, I always try to make sure that I try to find it by the original artist, because other people will go in and they will attempt to change the perspective of what exactly that video was supposed to be about to begin with.
Right.
And but here we go. Give me a second to get queued up. There we go. It's like you hear that dong at the beginning and you absolutely know that, oh, okay, I remember this. Let's see, share screen. And that's the one I want to do. Okay. Oh, tell me when it's up, because I can't see the screen right now.
It's up.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you ever wondered why we go to war? Or why you never seem to be able to get out of debt? Why there is poverty, division, and crime? What if I told you there was a reason for it all? What if I told you it was done on purpose? What if I told you that those who were corrupting the world, poisoning our food, and igniting conflict were themselves about to be permanently eradicated from the earth? You might think that an idealistic fantasy. Well, let me tell you a story. We acknowledge there are criminals, of course. They rob your house, they steal your phone. They can murder you too if they think they can get away with it. We all experience criminals in one way or another. Criminals, as we know, are those who choose personal gain over the rights of others and have no regard for the law. But here's where you need to expand your thinking. Criminals can also succeed in business and politics and can be elected as our leaders. If a criminal became the president, imagine what they could achieve. They could use the full weight of their executive power to commit much larger crimes and ensure they and their friends were enriched to the fullest extent possible. A criminal president could create alliances with other criminal presidents and then collaborate on more global criminal activities. Anything goes. Drug running, human trafficking, whatever makes the big bucks. The 20th century was turbulent with war, economic disaster, famines, and displacement. We have always accepted these things as just human nature, and simply the way the world works. Something inevitable, and due to the weaknesses of human nature that drive us to these actions. This is where we were all tragically wrong. You are not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. So how can we just assume that it is human nature that is driving all this pain and misery? What if it wasn't human nature at all, and as a result of something more deliberate? We were taught that capitalism was the cause of a massive rich-poor divide and the reason for poverty, which in turn is the reason for war, crime, and starvation. Others were taught that communism, a system of equal wealth across all people, was really to blame for the mess. But you see, folks, it is none of these things. It is not our nature to fight and be racist. It is not in our nature to rob from others. What you must learn is that it was the criminals all along. Yes, they got power. More power than a criminal should ever have. They rose to the top of media companies that control our news and entertainment. They ascended to the top of the banking system, also to the Oval Office, to Brussels, to the Vatican, to the Crown. They crept in quietly. They became leaders of agricultural companies who have control over our food supply. Also big pharmaceutical companies, the ones we trust to help us when we're sick. Nobody stopped them, and they just recruited more criminals to help them. First, they accumulated the world's wealth. They invented a system of money called central banking, which lends money to governments with interest, placing countries into eternal debt. People's wealth got less. Their wealth got more. Much more. When a criminal is already as rich as they can get, then protecting their ill-gotten gains becomes the priority. Angry citizens tired of being poor are a major obstacle and can revolt if they suffer enough. The criminals needed to prevent this. So they diverted attention to the last remaining competitor, the people of the world. You and me. We were not happy being ruled by criminals and having to work 3 jobs just to survive. They know we won't accept it. So they use their control of the media to set black against white, woman against man, young against old, Muslim against Christian. They convinced us we were the problem so that we would fight and destroy ourselves. To get it done faster, they attacked all aspects of humanity that make us strong. Like family. Using their influence over culture, they popularized lifestyle choices that led to a surge in broken homes, lost youth, and substance abuse. I could talk all day about how else they deliberately weakened us, and it would turn your stomach. We were just trying to get on with living. So where are all the good guys? Good people just want to get married, have kids, make a living, and enjoy their liberty. Well, there were good guys, many. One became the President of the United States in January 1961. He knew about these criminals and wanted them gone. He knew their intentions for us all, and he wanted to fight them. Sadly, he had no idea how powerful they had become. Reagan also had good intentions for the American people. He knew this criminal mafia controlled almost everything by the stage, including the powerful rogue intelligence agencies. His economic policies were promising, but the criminals needed a weak America to hold on to their power. Reagan was shown with a bullet that a growing U.S. economy and prosperous citizens were not what the criminals wanted. It was looking pretty grim for good people. Every time someone wanted to stand up and do the right thing, they got stopped. Were we ever to be freed? These criminals are also known as the Deep State, or Cabal, because of how they control things behind the scenes. Every president after Reagan was one of these Deep State criminals, and their empire got even stronger. With each bad president came new depths America and the world would sink. The world collapsed into darkness. Do you need me to tell you how? Destroyed factories, declining job numbers, sicker people, opioids, destruction of Iraq, Syria, and Yemen with pointless war, displacement of people into Europe, ISIS, terrorism, collapsed governments, poverty, and genocide. Total misery. Do you think that was inevitable? Hell no. Well, here's where things start to take a new turn. When the full picture comes to be known, it will forever be regarded as the greatest story ever told. Well, here is the top line. Some good people still held positions of power. They valued humanity and the rule of law. While the criminals discussed their game plan at the annual Bilderberg meetings, the good guys were making plans of their own. The information age was coming to change history forever. As the internet flooded into every home and appliances became smarter, and when people started carrying tracking devices, an opportunity to put an end to criminal control over the world was emerging. We became connected, trackable, and surveilled. But so did they. They became dependent, just like we did, on email, SMS, instant communication. It made crime much easier, but it also put them on a grid that, if accessed by the right people, would expose their crimes to the public and end their iron grip on us once and for all. In this new age of information, it was thought that the military should also have its own intelligence agency to focus on cybercrime and espionage. They called this the NSA, the National Security Agency. The relevance of the NSA in the story cannot be understated. Here we had every phone call, email, and text from every device stored and archived. Whether it be someone making a doctor's appointment or the deep state setting up a massive heroin purchase from the Taliban. In the right hands, it will be enough information to expose the entire sinister criminal plot to rob us blind and wipe us out. Hold that thought. Now I need to explain the plan. The good guys were devising a plan to reclaim the world from the cabal and return it to the people. It would involve alliances with multiple countries, since the criminals had global rat lines, trade, and other infrastructure in place that would need their cooperation. It came down to two choices for America. Launch a military coup to seize the government from whichever cabal puppet was in the White House at the time, or win legitimately, take control of the NSA, expose the criminals for what they are, and arrest them all. Obviously, the first option would be very troubling for the public. With people still preoccupied with cabal-engineered social issues, they would likely revolt and hurt themselves and others. No, it would have to be the latter. So they needed a candidate who could win, and who could win big. Many states like California had been so heavily inundated by criminals that even the voting machines were electronically set up to swing votes any which way. It would need to be a very decisive victory. Good patriots in the U.S. military and their global partners asked Trump to run for president so they could take back control of America legitimately without alarming the public. Trump was a good choice, obviously, because he overcame the voter fraud and won. But he was a patriot, and he was loved and admired by the public. He was not interested in joining the cabal, mainly because they hated America and he did not agree with them on that point. As soon as he showed interest in taking power, they activated their media assets to viciously turn on him. That's when we saw the sudden hatred emerge. Even when he won, the cabal still had no idea what he was a part of, and the sophisticated plan that was about to unfold against them. Shocked at their loss, they mobilized their full arsenal of intelligence, media, money, and technology to try and take back power. There were people at the top of the DOJ and FBI that put together a plan to flame Trump and have him impeached. This is where we come back to the NSA again. All messages were stored and could be used to expose this plot and prevent Trump's overthrow. An entire book will be written about the first 2 years of Trump's presidency. False flag terror attacks, downed planes, missile alerts, assassination attempts. Here is the point. The world is currently experiencing a dramatic covert war of biblical proportions, literally the fight for Earth, between the forces of good and evil. I can't put it in simpler terms, but I can say it appears the good guys are winning. The cabal had complete control over North Korea. They hijacked the Kim dynasty, took them hostage, and worked to build up a nuclear arsenal to threaten the world. Kim Jong-un suddenly embracing peace was simply because the deep state were beaten and driven out. ISIS was also destroyed in the year following Trump's win. We are all starting to see the pattern now that enough time has passed, that our biggest global concerns are starting to recede, and peace is returning. It is all evidence that the good guys are winning the war. But we are still in the middle. While a lot is improving, it still puzzles many that most of these known criminals are still free, especially the higher-ups like Hillary Clinton, the Bushes, and Obama. That is coming in the next chapter of the story. That's why we have Q. The good guys with control over the NSA began the Q intelligence dissemination program to invoke an online grassroots movement that came to be called the Great Awakening. It started on underground internet channels and then moved to the mainstream. Q has been a fun distraction for those who follow world events and desire truth. But it is about to begin a much more important and necessary phase, keeping the public informed when the deep state war breaks out onto the surface. By this, I mean high-profile arrests. Yes, folks, the criminals I'm referring to are famous politicians, actors, singers, CEOs, and celebrities. People who have earned our trust, respect, and admiration. They have done very bad things that are all fully known and documented, and they will be severely punished. Those of us who have followed Q since the beginning will be here to help you make sense of the coming events. We are among the first to realize that our petty partisan divisions are just trivial distractions, and we are all enslaved by a hidden enemy. We realize that the problem was never capitalism or socialism, Democrat or Republican, black or white, Muslim or Christian. We know it was just very powerful criminals who had too much power. Fellow slaves, it's time to buckle your seatbelt, recognize your true enemy, and embrace a new future that we all owe to the brave patriots who risk their lives to achieve this victory against the greatest force of evil the world has ever known. May God bless America.
Wow. That was really interesting, Hawk.
Yep.
I appreciate that. Although it's not really something that I really show on my channel a lot.
Yeah. Oh no,
No, but I remember that, Hawk. That's a good one for everybody to see, really.
but you know, for a lot of people, you know, that was the first step into looking for and at what was going on.
Well,
Yeah.
I have to admit, I had never seen that video. I started on prepping.
Yeah.
Okay, and after I started on prepping, he went into the Q thing. Okay, which I kind of paid attention to and listened to and researched and went down the holes and did all that shit.
Both of you.
It's like, holy fuck. Everybody's got to wake the fuck up, and they're not. But
Yeah.
um,
And it's tough too, because it's like you know that this stuff is going on, and it's like, but how do you how do you get other people to to just really start looking at everything and understanding what is being done? You know, it's like you don't want to twist their arm. You know,
my husband and daughter are stupid. I'm gonna put it that way. Okay. And my husband was really upset when I got into the Q thing and I started telling them shit that was going on, and they were freaking out and they're like, no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. I'm like, okay, believe what you want. And it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm not talking anymore because you two are stupid. And I'm just going to go on my own little path and do what I want. And then I found my little happy bubble, and that's where I've been for the last year and a bit.
well,
And in my happy little bubble, and God's going to, God can't handle everything. Other things are going to have to take place, but it's in God's hands. It's in God's time. And I do believe that there are military out there that are on the good side, I'll put it that way, and they are working with Trump behind the scenes, I'll put it that way, because you can't fucking say that on TV, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they are doing things that need to be done, and I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
And do I ask God to hurry the timeline up? Oh, fuck yes. Every goddamn night.
Yeah, every day.
And I'm pretty sure, okay, when I start my prayers, God's just looking at me and shaking his head, going, "Oh fuck, it's her
And
again."
here we go again.
And then I'm sure he's up there laughing his ass off at me at the same time. Okay, because it's just like stupid.
Yep.
But I do believe that things are happening in the background. I do believe that Trump is commander in chief. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that this is going to sound really silly because, okay, well, I do believe shit has to happen in the United States before shit's going to ever happen in Canada because they're too fucking stupid in Canada. Just saying. Okay, just that's my personal.
It's okay. It's you're
That's
being
my
honest.
personal opinion, folks. Okay, don't shit on me because people are stupid here. Like they're stupid.
Well, it's part of that the dumbed down part of the conversation.
Yeah,
You know, you
they've
think
been
about it, it's
they've been dumbed down way too much, and I remember when I don't know, I had kids, so the early 90s. I was pissed off at the government because they were saying that I couldn't discipline my children.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wrote a 42-page letter to the government, which, you know, I let my husband read because he's like, you're not sending shit to the government unless I read it. And he was a member of the union at the time. And he was like, you cannot say this. You cannot do this.
Yeah.
So he burned my 40 some page fucking letter in the backyard because he was too afraid to have it go through. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I wrote another letter. This one was 72 pages. And he's like, oh shit. So he read the whole thing and he's like, you can't do that either. You're threatening the government. I don't care.
got you.
I don't care. Okay. He's like, you can't do that. So he burned that one too, right? And I'm like,
Our little
fuck.
firecracker.
I'm like, fuck. So I've been fighting the government since the early 90s. We'll put it that way.
You've been fighting the government and your husband.
And my husband.
Not to say anything bad about you, husband.
Oh, my husband's a really great man. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he's, I'm not going to say he's woke because he's not.
He's just not caught up with everything else.
No, he's not fully awake. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
He's awake in some things. He thinks some things are fucked up and need to be changed, but he's at the point where, no, we can't stand up against that. I'm like, yes, you have to. It's your fucking right to stand up against it. We don't have that right.
Well,
I'm like, fuck
it's
you. I'm
also
standing up against it.
You know, that's the other thing is we have a not only to ourselves, but our children, our grandchildren. We have a duty, you know, to ensure that they have the ability to grow up in a world where, you know, where they're not, you know, taught to be evil right from the get-go.
Yeah, well, I have 3 grandchildren in the public school system in Canada. And I'm nagging the mom. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck are they teaching their kids? What the fuck? I want to hear. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. And she won't fucking tell me. I'm like, if they're going after kids trying to change their sexes, I fucking want to know. And she looked at me and she goes, well, they're not doing that. I looked at her and I says, do you even fucking know? Do you have any fucking idea? Because
Well, you're right though. You know, it's
She's a really nice girl, sort of. I'll put it that way. She loves her children, but she's the type of mom that the kids are going to school. I got 6 fucking hours. I don't have to deal with them. I'm good. And I'm like, do you have any idea what's going on in your kid's school? No. Do you have any idea what's going on? No. I'm like, oh, fuck. And as a grandma, I don't have that right yet. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, when my son's kid, who is inside her still, comes out, and it's time for him to go to school, I'm going to be on it like a fucking banshee because I'm not dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
They're not going to change the sex of my kid. They're not.
Yeah.
It just ain't going to fucking happen if all this shit has not been handled by then. I am hoping it will. I am hoping it's going to be handled very soon. Okay? What the fuck do I know? I have in my heart, in my brain, I have October, November that things are going to start to change. I don't know if that came from God. I don't know where the fuck it came from, but I have those months in my head. But I also have that by October, November, that Trump will be back president. So I don't know. Okay. I have no idea. But we'll have to wait and see, because it's like everything else. We got to wait and see.
Yeah. It's one of the posts said, this is not your normal presidential election. This is something else. And that's what people need to understand is, the social issues that are being brought forward and confronted, with the narrative of, just the propaganda side, is basically the only talking points they have is repeating what the news tells them, because there's absolutely no research behind it, unless they're reading outright propaganda material, that's feeding into it. But, on the side of, whether it be scriptural, your spiritual connection, everything all the way down the line, and you're researching and finding multiple avenues of coming to the same conclusion, and you've got all this evidence and the facts all laid out. That's pretty much the only time you get them to be quiet, is because of the fact that you just crushed their narrative, and it's like right now, the only reason that these indictments came down now is because of the fact that there should be indictments coming down on Biden. Literally, it shouldn't. In all honesty, I wouldn't even waste the time with the indictments for what he did. I would go straight to a trial for treason.
Against who? Biden or Trump?
Against Biden. It's there's absolute. That was the last message, other than a letter that was written to DJT. Okay, the last message that JFK Jr. sent before he was killed, okay, was, Joe Biden, you're a traitor.
Hello, little Buddha. Great to see you.
He sent him a telegram stating that, Joe Biden, you're a traitor. And you know, so,
What about how? What about what his son wrote in that thing? You know, right before that election that was supposed to take place in New York when he was up for that seat in the Senate. Clinton
oh yeah,
and Biden's name was in that document.
yeah, yeah. And this is the thing is that, well, that's what I mean. That was the message that he sent to Joe Biden, that he was a traitor. Was at that point there. I personally, I don't believe he went down in the plane. Personally, you know, that's,
I don't either.
you know, and the reason that I think that is because the guys who were protecting JFK were, you know, it came down the line. You know, you think about it. Anybody who joined the Secret Service 20 years ago, you know, were well aware of the assassination of Kennedy and probably were filled in on everything, you know. So those guys, you know, those guys who were around back in the 60s were teaching the guys who were coming after them, you know, to the next generation that was coming, were being taught that this kid needed to be protected above all things, because of the fact that one day, you know, other than my personal fact, is that he would come in and finish what his father didn't. Okay.
That's right.
But it was, they were taught to protect that child because of what he had to go through, you know, the loss of his father, everything else, you know, and his father and his uncle. And then at the same time, you know, he watched, you know, MLK assassination, you know, kind of things.
Yeah.
And it was at that time, you know, the leaders that were good, that were basically fighting the same thing that Trump is fighting today. They were all, you know, they were all assassinated, you know, and it's like, wait a minute, you know,
Evers.
yeah, it's assassinations like that don't happen all at one time, you know. When Lincoln was killed, it was Lincoln who was killed. They didn't go after anybody else. They only went after Lincoln. Why did they go after Lincoln? It wasn't because of the Civil War. It wasn't because of slavery. It was because he was in the process of pushing the central bank out of the country. That's why he made the goldbacks.
Yeah.
You know, he had established a financial system that totally took away everything that the bankers had collectively had put in power, and they couldn't fight him. They couldn't fight him, you know. And then Kennedy came along and said, "Hey, you know, listen, you know, these secret societies, they're real." When a guy who goes to Harvard, that's when he went to Harvard, you know, goes to Harvard and then comes up in his political career and becomes president and is telling you of the corruption in the military industrial complex. And this is where people got screwed up. When they thought about the military industrial complex, what they thought about that as was the military. You know, so we got to keep a restraint on our military. Okay, when in all actuality, he was talking about the corruption in the government, the corruption in the judicial system, the corruption in the complete political arena, the corruption in even our local law enforcement and basic politics of local politics. You know, your mayor, you know, all that, and even the Board of Education, because you got to remember, okay. This is another thing that when I tell people, they must think I'm totally nuts, but we did not win the Second World War.
Yeah. Well,
okay. We did not win the Second World War. There's no way that anybody can prove to me that we won other than our battle against Japan. Okay. You can't tell me that we beat the Germans. Okay. I'm telling you right now that through Operation Paperclip coming in, that was that was them rewriting our history because we lost.
Yep.
Okay. And what did they do? They were able to infiltrate without firing a shot.
Yep.
Okay. Operation Paperclip brought those 70,000 men. There was 70,000, not 7,000. Anybody who tells you that it was only 7,000, they're out of your mind. I mean, they just found the one guard in New York that and he's still awaiting deportation, or he finally got deported. Okay, finally, because there was a country who was willing to take him. The guard from one of the prison camps that was in charge of pushing the people into the chamber in order to be gassed and killed.
Wow.
Okay. And, these people have been living among us for generations, and our children have been manipulated and influenced through the ability to bring socialism, Marxism into our classrooms, into our education system, brought into our churches, okay, through command and control, because once they signed up for a 501c3, at that point there, they were under government control. They no longer had control of their church.
Yep.
But they didn't care because they were getting the federal dollars.
Yep.
Now we're finally at a point where the US dollar is worth 3 cents. That's why the price is,
and what's the Canadian dollar worth?
I think 1.5.
Yeah, because we're way lower than you guys. Just saying.
I think
your dollar,
if I'm not
your dollar
mistaken,
to
you're
our
at
dollar is like
1.5
30
cents.
cents higher.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that you were that you're at 1.5 cents on the Canadian dollar. It's
bullshit.
and that's nuts when you look at it. It's nuts. It's like how did we get into this position? Well, because our history was changed. Okay, and with the changing of history, we lost our general perspective and proper vision to see things for what they really are. And, and in that, manipulation came in, and we've been fed it through TV, through radio, through books, through magazines, through newspapers, through, through that Board of Education and everything. And it's like, there wasn't a Board of Education before World War II.
Yep.
Okay. It was after World War II that
Eugenics,
started popping up. But it was because they had to have a way to infiltrate into the system. Without that, they could never make any secular changes that would manipulate the minds of the American people. And it's like, so when you look at it and you begin to understand, wow, okay, the Germans won and they changed our history. And when you think about it on that level, then you begin to see a whole bunch of the other schematics laid out in front of us, okay, as to how they infiltrated and took over the entire country. Back in that day, it was not one or 1 to 5 families that owned all the news. The average Joe ran a newspaper.
Yep.
It may not have been great, but he ran a newspaper, and it gave people perspective. It allowed them to be able to see, how things were operating in their country and everything all the way down the line. And it's like, wow, you look at this and you say to yourself, well, what can people ask, what can I do to fix this? Educate yourself. That's what you do, is you educate yourself. Go through and start picking out through history what and where changes came in. And once you do that, you begin to understand that, You know, yeah, maybe Hawk's right. Maybe we didn't win that Second World War. Maybe that's why our World War II veterans really didn't want to have conversations. You know, and that wasn't just for the United States. That would have been for other countries too. Because if you know, if we did in fact lose that war, then that means that England lost that war.
Yeah.
That means that France lost that war.
Well,
You know,
it's been 2 hours and
Oh, I'm
16
sorry.
minutes that we've been live, so I'm shutting the chat down. I'm shutting the show down. So, good night, everybody. I hope you have a great night. I love you all. Thank you all for coming. See you soon.
God bless.
Anybody else want to say anything?
bye.
Nighty night, baby.
I love that.
Okay, I'm shutting it down.
Yeah. Okay.